6:30. Good evening. I'm going to call this meeting to order. This is a meeting of the City of Gloucester Licensing Board. Today is Tuesday, June 11, 2024. The time is 6:30 p.m. We are meeting here in person at the Gloucester Harbor Masters Conference Room located at the Harbor Masters Office, 19 Harbor Loop, number 2, Gloucester, Mass. Effective August 16, 2023, the public is welcome to attend in person. Alternatively, the public may attend through the Zoom link listed on the agenda. Meeting notice will reflect that the meeting is a Zoom only. As the recent amendments to the open meeting law allows, this board may continue to hold meetings remotely. Please note the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. So with that being said, we'll start with introductions.
John Moran, board member.
Melissa Texera Prince, board member as well. We have a lot on the agenda tonight. We're going to try to get it through as quickly as possible. Hi.
Hi.
Something up?
He wanted me to.
I thought you said, yeah. No
Well,
worries.
you usually ask me to,
introduce
but I'm good.
Oh, Allison, I'm sorry.
I'm good.
And you are?
Allison Battle.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No
It's
worries.
difficult with you behind me. I don't get to see you
I
in front of
know.
me.
That's fine.
As I said, we have a lot on the agenda tonight. We're going to get through it as quickly as possible. We are taking one thing out of order. And that is going to be the discussion by the board of an update regarding the inactive liquor license of Ranger QOF-MA DBA Halbert Point 289 Main Street. And we have attorney Joel Pavaza. Did you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So for the record, my name is Joel Pavaza. I'm an attorney at Seaside Legal Solutions with an address of 123 Main Street here in Gloucester. On behalf of Halbert Point, the official name being Ranger-QOF-MA. Let's see. I'm here to provide an update or get some questions regarding status of the renovations and the inactivity of the license. Like I'm starting, do I ask you questions? We start with questions.
Sure. Like I said, you're just on here, you're on here for an update because it has been some time since we approved the license. I do know that there was issues through the approval regarding property ownership, I believe, with Gorton's property. But it is June and it's been over a year. So we are bringing licensees before the board where their license is inactive to see if there's anything we can do to facilitate a quicker opening.
Sure.
So please let us know what you intend to tell us tonight about the activity of Halbert Place.
Sure. So the quick recap, as the chair mentioned, was that there was a series of months between when the licensing board approved the transfer and when the ABCC finalized the transfer itself, and that was due to, in large part, a small issue regarding the outdoor dining area and the agreement between Gorton's and the property owners regarding that space. After that, we gave an update to the licensing board and said we hope to be open by Memorial Day. That was the target date. And so the owners lined up contractors and had a building permit application submitted by March 13th. Unfortunately, that building permit did not issue until May. And meantime, the contractors who had scheduled off time for April to do the work and move on to other projects. So the building permit, actually 2 building permits have now been issued in the month of May. They are both active and have begun work. However, some of the subs that were lined up have not been able to come back and start their work yet because they're wrapping up other jobs that took place in the interim. So unfortunately, the new target start date is August 1st of this year. Like I said, work has begun in there, but they expect with the scheduling issues of getting people back to the site, it's going to be a longer construction process than was initially hoped for. So I would suggest if the board were willing to have us back for the first August meeting, if we have not commenced operations by that time. I think no one's more disappointed in its inactivity than the owners of the license itself. So there's motivation on this side to get it open, but I don't want to give you an unrealistic date given where we're at.
What's the work that needs to be done?
So the kitchen prep area is being brought from the second floor where it used to be on Halbert Point down into where the old rear dining area is. They've eliminated 25 seats to make a prep area back there. And they're also renovating the bathrooms. And one of the the building permit issues is that as the Inspection Service Department modernizes, which is overall a good thing, there's new processes in place, and what used to just be a general permit to rent out some bathrooms, it's now had to be bifurcated in two separate permits, one dealing with the kitchen and all the health department consequences of the kitchen prep, and one that comes with the more traditional construction that comes with the bathroom and interior remodel. And so again, one of the difficulties that led to this, 6-week delay between applying for and getting the necessary permits. Not pointing the finger, unfortunate, got caught up in the modernization. It's a good thing overall, but we got kind of snagged by it.
And how long do you think the work will take
So
once they start August 1st?
yeah, so they're hoping we're gonna lose some time for Fiesta and Fourth, so it's gonna basically chop 2 weeks out. Otherwise, you're looking at probably 6 weeks worth of work, and so they can get, a little done right now. And then the back half of June through July, that would allow them to get open for August 1st.
So,
Thank you for that update. Is the floor plan that was originally submitted for the application the same? I don't recall the kitchen being in the back, and it might just be my memory.
Yeah, I think that what was, and I don't want to speak out, so I believe what we submitted was the set of plans that went over to the building department. And certainly, I can make note of that and, request to amend, in fact, the plan have changed since last June. Make sure that the plans on file with this board reflect the
Right.
entrances and exits have not changed.
Seating capacity?
Anything, if you had the old plans, it would have went down. I think we talked at the time about how they were gonna be changing the back dining area. But,
I remember discussion of it changing, I just didn't know that was gonna become the kitchen, and that's okay, I'm just trying to remember, because it was a while ago. So do you know what the capacity is gonna be when you open in August? Is it more than 50?
hold the plan up right now, see if I can get you that answer.
Okay. You find it?
Let's see. Fortunately, the building permit doesn't have the.
That's okay.
Yes, but again, that's something we would certainly give to the
I
board
mean, I
prior
know
to
the,
August.
is it the same bar?
Yeah, bar is
And
same,
then the
dining
tables
area
are
is
the
same.
same?
We just had that weird extra room that was in the back.
Yeah,
Is being taken back for more prep area,
yeah.
so people can go up and down a flight of stairs.
Will they still be cooking when you walk in the door?
The kitchen stuff on the right hand side, so,
So it's just a prep area?
yeah, the prep area right now has been on the second floor traditionally.
Okay, and what about staff? Have they attempted to hire yet?
So they were gearing up and then they gear back down because
Okay.
obviously, with them not being able to, summer they want to hold people.
Right,
A lot of restaurants can use some help.
okay. And
But
then,
again, it's Maria Cini Figueredo, she runs the Franklin. She's, well equipped, even in a pinch, to make sure that there's qualified, properly trained servers ready to go for opening day.
vendors all established.
Yeah, so you use the same people she's
David
using.
Franklin. And Maria, the manager was my final question. Is there an intention to hire or put in a manager in the building on site, knowing she's at Franklin? And it would be hard to be in two places at the same time?
So as this board has done before with managers with multiple licenses, I think you can take into account in this one that she'll be spending more time initially when this begins at the new establishment. Franklin, it's kind of like, a bicycle that's moving, it kind of balanced itself. There's plenty of trained staff there that are, keep things working correctly. So I'd assume that she'll be spending the priority will be at this new facility, make sure it gets up and running. And then again, if it becomes to the point where there's inability for Maria to juggle both, I mean, they're on the same street, they're, half a mile away from each other, and I don't know that the garage should be overly burdensome for her to, manage the license on both. If it does, she'd have to wait until this one's really up and running to see if the qualified staff and make a decision whether or not it'll be this one or the Franklin that would switch a manager. But this board's, I've seen other instances go up, 2 licenses under their management, and as long as they're, she's not driving a hand over to do the other
Right.
one kind of thing.
So I bring that up because we have new rules and regulations now, and the manager is a big part of that. And I'm not saying, or trying to imply that you would need a different manager, but you might need some sort of management in place if she's not there. In other words, who's gonna be there if she's not, to respond to complaints and be in charge if something happens to go awry. So,
So,
and I'm not asking for that
Sure.
answer
Are you speaking
tonight.
in the capacity of a liquor license management or more management facility?
More management of the alcohol being served in
Okay,
the
got it.
establishment, right?
Sure.
Because we all know with alcohol, there can come issues, and if she's not there, who is gonna be the designated person?
Gotcha.
I completely support her being manager on both licenses. But I'm talking about the management of the business of alcohol.
That's some detail we can get
Okay.
for it.
All right, thank you. I don't have any additional questions, but we will plan on August. With fingers crossed that you're open. I'm looking forward to seeing the new establishment.
So,
Thank you. You can go to City Hall, please advocate schools.
will do.
Thank you.
Nice night.
Okay. Next order of business is lodging house license renewals, Rosso Quail Run LLC, 1 Main Street. Gary? No Gary. So this is a renewal, you look at the application,
Haven't been able to log into Open Gov, talk to him about it.
the rest of them in the same place.
Yeah.
Good night.
So,
Gary submitted his application, everything, all the inspections are in place. Gary Rizzo.
if it's up with everything's good.
Yeah.
All right, I move that we approve the lodging house license renewal for Razo Quail Run LLC, 1 Main Street, subject to all inspections being in place.
Second,
Any further conversation, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that license renews. Susan Furman, 5 Long Beach Road. Hi, you can come right up.
Thank you. Just want to say something. Everybody's desperate to have a port to read.
I know.
Yeah.
Tough times right now, trying to work through it. Okay, can you just say your name and address, please?
Susan Furman, 47 Rocky Neck Avenue, Gloucester.
And which lodging house is yours?
It's only, it's 5 Long Beach Road.
Oh, okay,
It's one house.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 family now. Downstairs is an apartment.
how many rooms are there?
It's 3 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms? And how long has this been in business?
I would say about since 2016.
Have you had all your inspections?
Yes, I
sign-offs?
have.
Everything's ready to go?
Yep.
Any questions?
No.
Make a motion to approve Susan Furman, 5 Long Beach Road, for a lodging house license renewal.
Okay, it's only one of, as I said, this is ground floor apartment.
Yep.
That's a year-round apartment. Upstairs.
That's not lodging, so we're
It's not
talking about the lodging, yep. So the 3 bedrooms.
Yes.
second,
We have all the information we need?
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming in,
Oh.
just have to get it on record.
Thank you.
Smith Cove LLC, 43 and 43 via Rocky Neck Ave.
Attorney Barry.
Attorney Farady is on Zoom, can we promote him? Attorney Farady, if you can hear me, can you unmute and show us your video? Attorney Farady, you
It
are
looks like-
muted.
It looks like
Now
you're,
you're
it looks like
unmuted.
you're muted. What's that?
I'm muted,
Oh,
I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
But we need to hear him. Attorney Farady, can you speak so we can see if we can hear you? We cannot hear you. Is sound working?
Yeah, excuse me, he is just, he's unmuted. So
Right. Why you don't like them?
Can you hear it now?
Ben, can you hear us?
All right, yes, okay.
Can you state your name and address for the record?
My name is Michael Faherty, and my address is Pirates Lane in Gloucester. The property address is Rocky Neck Avenue, 43 Rocky Neck Avenue. I own the property with my wife. We have owned it for, by latest calculation, a little bit more than 37 years. The changes that we've made this year are all cosmetic. some new paint, new rugs, new interior, things of that nature, but no other changes to the premises.
Thank you, Attorney Farady. That was gonna be my question to you. Don't have any questions? I do not have any questions either, since you answered the question about update. Are all your permits in place and inspections?
Inspections are supposed to happen on Monday,
Okay,
Scheduled.
scheduled.
the schedule, and that is with who?
That would, go ahead.
With the city, with all of the inspectors supposedly, we did it online and they gave us the 17th as their date to come over.
They do, okay. Okay, so that's this coming Monday?
Yep, yes.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna make a motion to approve Smith Cove LLC 43 and 43 rear Rocky Neck Ave lodging houses renewal, subject to inspections to take place on Monday.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, vote carries. Attorney Fayed, any questions for us?
No, all set.
No,
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
thank you.
Common victual renewal license. My understanding they're not appearing tonight?
No, because they're just renewals.
Okay. These are all renewals. I'm gonna make a motion that we renew the following common victual licenses. Cape Ann Coffees Inc., 86 Bass Ave Beach Club, 17 Nautilus Road. 51, oh, the other ones are new. And that's it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, those licenses shall renew. Okay, new common victual licenses, 51 Rocky Neck Ave. Hello, how are you tonight?
Fantastic, how are you?
Very good,
Patrick Harris, 51 Rocky Neck Ave, Gloucester, Mass.
congratulations, getting this going. So are you scheduled to open?
Depending on this and then some follow-up permits.
Some follow-up
Follow-up
permits?
inspections.
So what inspections have not been completed that are follow-up?
Inspections have all been completed. Well, the inspections have always started. We had a problem with our fire suppression system, so
Okay,
the inspections stopped until that was inspected, which failed, and then it's due to be repaired tomorrow. So I'm scheduling the inspections right behind it, so you get out.
so those are the only outstanding inspections.
Yes, so as Allison said, they all come as one, so when they found that, they stopped immediately, said, call us. We'll come back. So-
Okay,
so
and I'm sorry, you said tomorrow? Oh, they're fixing the
They're
suppression
they're
system
supposed to
tomorrow.
be repairing it tomorrow, and then
Follow up.
once I get it repaired, they'll allow me to.
Okay, has your license issued yet? Is your license issued?
No, they can't show it until
Till the suppression system is in place,
they pass all the inspections.
but it's available to issue, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I
They
just
have
want to
to,
make sure
the
there's no
building
issues with the
department has
state.
to release it.
Okay. All right, so the state has approved your license, so you're just waiting on some internal city
Exactly,
inspections and then you'll be ready to go?
yes.
Any questions? I make a motion that we approve the new common victual license for 51 Rocky Neck Inc., 51 Rocky Neck Ave, subjects to inspections.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries.
Thank
Any
you.
questions for us?
No, I think I'm on for a couple more going, and come back.
Okay, so let's do your entertainment right here. Entertainment license, so you have Saturday and weekday and Sunday. So we have to do two different motions. So what type of entertainment?
It'll be light acoustic, it'll be piano, light guitar, and then of course, it's broadcast.
And that's indoors,
All music will be performed indoors.
all indoors, no outdoor.
It'll be broadcast up, speaker, but it will be. performed
Streaming, you mean, like on a speaker?
Yes,
Okay, I ask because that is a very tight knit neighborhood and there has been issues with sound in the past
I understand.
with outdoor entertainment, so that's why I'm trying to narrow that down on
Yeah, so
what.
we'll have speakers outside just due to the fact that if somebody's outside and they can't hear what's going on, then they need to move back. So I've talked with most of the neighbors and committed to them and to the board that any entertainment I do will be low key. I'm not looking for rock concerts. You know, I even turned down a quartet to one day because I'm looking for singles, duets, et cetera. And I'm not saying that it won't be quartets, but it's not gonna be live, loud. It'll be more entertainment, you know, jazz, smaller bands.
Okay, so I want to go back to my original question then. So the performers are going to be indoors with streaming through a speaker outdoors, no performers outdoors?
Right.
Okay.
What hours?
So I believe I requested from till 10 o'clock on Saturday and 8 o'clock on Sunday,
What time are you gonna start? What time you open?
11 o'clock.
So just Friday and Saturday?
Which days of the week are you having entertainment?
It could, I don't have a set schedule, but any day that I'm open, I'd like to be able to have,
So you're looking Monday through Saturday and then Sunday?
yes,
Same hours, Monday through Saturday, 11 AM to 10 PM,
yes.
and then Sunday, 11 to 8. Do you have any more questions? I'm gonna make a motion to approve an entertainment license Monday through Saturday from 11 AM to 10 PM for acoustic guitar type music indoors, with the potential for music to play through speakers outdoors with no live entertainment outdoors.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Sure. I mean, is it pertaining to this matter?
Yes.
Okay,
If it's acoustic music, it's not.
can I just ask who you are first,
Okay,
state
my
your
name's
name and
Mark
address?
Lacy, I live next door.
What is your name?
Mark Lacy.
Do you have that? And your
47
address?
47 Rocky Lake Ave.
Okay,
If it's acoustic, it doesn't come over speakers. Acoustic is non-electrified.
So I said acoustic style, so acoustic style would be an acoustic guitarist that might so the entire room can hear it. So there's acoustic style and then there's amplification. So we're not be playing electric guitars that are plugging into the actual instruments, but the instruments could be mic'd.
We've been going through this for years.
right.
It's,
That's why I asked. So there's gonna be no live music outside.
No live music outside, but his concern is the amount of,
I understand. I just wanna make sure we're on the same place.
it's-
Okay, so you're
it's-
concerned
it's
about the volume?
So I don't know if it's acoustic style, as you say, but typically someone who's playing guitar is hooked up to amplifiers, sits there and turns it up and turns it up. And we're in a really bad situation. It could be the placement of the speakers, I don't know, but we hear it louder than you do. And I don't know what the happy ground is, but our mic and times is untenable.
Okay. So what I would say is there is entertainment down Rocky Neck. And we are sensitive to the fact that the neighbors have had concerns in the past. I am not of the opinion that there shouldn't be entertainment at Rocky Neck Ave. I would not want to see entertainment like was there prior with the old, the prior owners. When you say acoustic guitar like type music, I don't expect it to be very loud. I don't expect it to interfere with the quiet enjoyment of having their home, but I don't expect it to be non-existent either. So it's my understanding that there's a lot of conversation that goes on between you and the neighbors.
None. None.
None,
No,
okay,
not with
I'm sorry?
Patrick.
maybe.
That's not-
I believe we had a conversation 2 days ago.
I'm sorry.
Right,
not-
so I mean, this has been an open conversation, you went on record right from the beginning saying you wanted to work with neighbors, so,
I had a discussion with this gentleman 2 days ago.
Okay.
I'm confused.
That's okay.
And it didn't come to any sort of fruition. Okay.
So what I would say is, we are on our way to approving this, however, if there is ever a complaint, this is the place to complain to. You can come to any of our meetings, if it gets loud and you feel like it's interfering with, what is going on in your home, you have the opportunity to call the police and they report to me the complaints and it can be discussed again. But there is entertainment down at Rocky Neck through other establishments down there. It seems to be working. We haven't had any complaints with the exception of the prior owners to their establishment before when they were having DJs out on the porch. So in my opinion, as one vote right now, I would like to move forward with allowing them the opportunity and see how it works out. But that doesn't mean this conversation shuts down.
If I could just add something.
Yep, and I believe someone else wants to speak as well, so we'll just.
So if my record can precede me, if anybody in the room remembers Mount Marco one in 2019 before and 2019
Yeah.
after, which is when I
With
took
you,
over.
yeah.
A complete 180 degrees in the noise that was
Yeah.
developed and the crowds that were there and in the rowdiness. It went from an average of, I think, 4 police / emergency calls a week.
Yep.
To 0 in the entire time I was there. The biggest complaints that I had from neighbors, and I'm not exaggerating, is that neighbors were complaining that they could no longer hear the music and were asking me to turn it up, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So when I state that I'm not trying to do a fraternity house style, I'm not. There will be entertainment. I'm paying a lot of money for this property. I have to make money on this property, and people come to sit on a deck, especially via boat, to listen to entertainment. So I do need that, but I'm not there to make anybody's life miserable.
We've had great success with another establishment in Annisquam that
Yeah.
really paired well with the establishment and the neighbors, and they really, we haven't had any issues in 4 or 5 years since they've been at that establishment. So I would recommend you try to connect,
Hi.
you know.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay,
say your
my
name and
name is
address
Susan
again.
Furman.
Yep,
We're together. We
Okay.
live next door to
yeah,
the former studio. I have to say Patrick's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in years that we've been able to speak to somebody and he's been there every day from 8 AM to 10 working. So far, he's with major improvement. We are a little bit nervous because the speaker is just so close to our house
Okay.
and it is hard because you know how music carries over the water,
Yeah.
but Patrick said his plan is to play music that's a lot more agreeable to people that are having a meal. Not whatever the bands are that I don't even know, AC/DC.
right,
So we're not gonna call the pots, I'll tell you that right up front. I
Yeah.
mean, if we have an issue, you're gonna go with Patrick.
Yeah.
But it's just, we're concerned, of course.
right,
But he has been so much better. I didn't even see the previous owner once. That's it, for 2 years that he owned it. And then he had a manager that didn't obey any of the rules.
I understand.
And so that's why we're a little bit nerved up, but so far it's been pretty damn good. We're happy.
We're very sensitive to that too,
Very,
you know, so.
and we do have the ability that if there are complaints that we can, remove the ability to have entertainment outdoors or indoors for that
He's not
matter.
gonna have entertainment outdoors.
Yeah.
It's just that some of
The
those
sound,
speakers are gonna.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, this
The
has been an
music is
ongoing,
fine.
this has been an
Music
ongoing
is what
issue down
changed.
Rocky Neck for many, many years since I used to work there when I was 19.
Okay, the speakers were not on the deck until
Right.
Dennis Dyer owned it. I have to point that out. This is a new thing. The speakers were never on the deck.
Okay.
He installed them.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your concerns are recorded in our minutes.
Okay, I
So
just
there's a-
want Patrick to know that we wish him the best of luck. We want him to succeed.
Thank you.
We're happy.
And-
And again, just so I can say, I did make the commitment to this couple earlier in the week that I would make sure that when my staff is setting up in the mornings, that the music isn't up, that they aren't. So basically, we'll turn the outdoor music on when we go live, not when we set up. So they won't be out there cranking AC/DC and banging the
Exactly.
silver. We will.
Windows will be shut and selling,
For the air condition,
with air
usually.
conditioning.
The windows, I can't guarantee windows will be cut, I mean, but do you mean late at night or, yeah, I mean, yes, but again, I don't picture it being the type of place where we have to close the windows to keep it that quiet, but yes.
So let me just say this, so in the past, and I'm not saying going forward, because I can see that you're interested in the entertainment that you're going to put forward. The windows were shut because it does allow the noise to go more into the neighborhood.
Okay.
So that shouldn't be a surprise if we have this conversation again, if your windows are open. I remember times when they actually got someone to go down there with decimal readers and things like that and decided that the windows needed to be shut based on the sound that was going out into the neighborhood, even though the owners thought the sound wasn't that loud.
Okay.
So there does come a time when you're interfering with quiet enjoyment of other homes around you, so we have to walk that line of keeping everybody feeling comfortable about the type of music and the loudness of the music.
Or the neighbor.
So this is something that we can monitor. I don't expect to see any of you back, to be honest with you, because Patrick does have a reputation with this board from the mile marker as
It's great.
doing good business and running a good business.
He's
So I'm
great.
hopeful that
He's
that's
been-
gonna continue.
It's so nice to have a person you can see.
Yeah.
And that's what you were talking about earlier, having a manager on premises. It makes a big difference.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, well, thank you.
Do you have any questions? Did I put the motion on the table? I did. I read
Yeah,
the
you
motion,
did.
right?
I don't-
The motion, but nobody seconded
Okay.
it.
Second.
All right, any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. I move that we approve a Sunday entertainment license for 51 Rocky Neck Inc. at 51 Rocky Neck Ave. Music to be acoustic style, indoor, no performance outdoor. However, there's a speaker outdoor on Sundays from 11 AM to 8 PM.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Okay.
All right. Thank you very
So
much.
2 licenses, once you're able to open and, I have a lot of faith that this is gonna work out just fine.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Good luck.
Next order of business is
I'll talk to you soon.
new common vic license for Fishtails Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street. Hello? If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Vincent Orlando. I live at 13 Beach Road in Gloucester, Mass.
Welcome. New common victual license and entertainment licenses, correct?
Correct.
When, have you received your license from the state?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
How's the entertainment?
It's amended, that's a discussion we had earlier. Sorry,
No, no worries.
I had to add it too. When do you intend to open?
So
As soon as you-
we're ready to go. My
Okay.
staff is ready
Staff.
and we're just waiting for that license to come back from the state. So if it's tomorrow, we'll be open in 5 or 6 days from then.
Has the state reached out to you at all? With any questions?
They did about a month ago
Okay.
and recently it looks like everything's good. I spoke with one of the investigators who said everything looks good.
Okay,
I was hoping today, because I think they meet on Tuesdays, I'm not sure, but I was hoping to hear something today or tomorrow, but I don't really know. Because they're very private about that until it comes to you guys and to my attorney, so
Yeah.
I really don't know.
okay. So have you had your inspections for inside the building and things like that?
Not yet,
Right.
I got them online to have them scheduled to come in. But needless to say, without the liquor license, without telling a sad note, I've been paying my staff for like 4 weeks.
Okay.
I'm hemorrhaging money
Yeah.
because I'm waiting for this license to come back. So and I've paid for the entertainment license, the Sunday entertainment license, the common victuals license, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I have done online the permitting for them to come,
Mhm.
but that has not been scheduled yet.
Okay,
But I totally understand that nothing will happen until that is done.
well, I mean, technically, if you have your inspections, you can open, you just can't serve alcohol, right? With the alcohol piece, you can still have your business
Correct.
piece, right? So
Wow.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not opening without alcohol.
You're not open without it, okay. And you can always call the liquor board, I'm sorry, the ABCC and ask them the status. I know that's been successful in the past. Just because and to assist you in an opening date,
Yeah,
right?
I've actually, that I want to get into my
Okay.
attorney and everything. I've actually asked my attorney to do that.
Okay,
I'm not sure if it's done because I haven't heard in a couple of days. So I'm probably gonna call tomorrow myself,
okay.
unless I hear back.
So have you had your inspections for the common victual license, though? That doesn't, you don't need your alcohol license to get that inspection. That's
What do I
separate.
need for a common victualer's license? That's my question.
When you serve food
Right.
and when you have an alcohol license, if you're cutting limes and lemons and oranges and things
Yeah,
like
you know, I
that, that
understand that,
requires a
but
common victual.
I guess my question is, I thought I don't know, but I thought the inspections would be the same for both the common victualers and opening the place, no?
Yeah, there really is no inspection for common victual because that's just allowing them to serve food.
Doesn't the Board of Health go in? Yeah.
They no, not any longer. They do their own inspections. They've separated from it.
So a restaurant can open
So the common
without a
vic
Board of
is
Health
all,
license?
well, no, they
permit?
can't. They
Okay.
can't. They have to get a permit from them, but they don't sign off on this anymore. Because all this is for common vic is to allow them to serve food to people directly, so it's not takeout. That's all
Right.
that this is.
So I think actually nothing can happen until the inspections are done.
Right,
And
exactly.
And I get that, and I've already had
Okay.
them skip.
You've already got it requested in the online
Right,
system. Okay, we
right,
got
right,
it.
right.
So I'm gonna make a motion that we approve a new common victual license for Fishtails Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street, subject to inspections.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The vote carries. That license shall issue upon inspections. Entertainment. Can you tell me what type of entertainment and when? The hours?
Well, I think I'm pretty sure you guys know the facility.
Yep.
Right, it's right downtown, upstairs and downstairs. My thought process is it's gonna be very similar to what Patrick said. It's not gonna be loud. We're not gonna have the Beatles there. We're gonna have one or two piece bands. I'm actually gonna do some comedy. And
Okay,
I guess that falls under,
yeah,
entertainment,
even
right?
if you played a game of trivia.
I get it, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And, music from a system, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
Streaming,
And I think what I put on the license was from 11:30 to 10. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, and then maybe to 11:30 or 12 on Friday and Saturday.
what about Sunday?
Sunday, I think I went to 8.
11:30 to 8,
Yeah,
so you're not opening Friday at 11:30.
no. Well, let me back that up just a
We can
tad.
start serving alcohol at 10 AM. on
Right, let me
Sunday.
just back that up just a tad.
Yep.
Because I'm not coming out of the box doing this,
Yeah.
but I may do a brunch, right?
Right,
But I won't have music till the times that I requested music on the application.
well, so on Sunday, you can start serving alcohol at 10 AM.
Correct.
So I assume, would you start your brunch before that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so.
Now, that's actually,
You
if I
do
actually do brunch. I mean, this is
So-
like looking down the road a little bit, and I wanna,
So what I'm gonna ask you, is it before 1 PM or after 1 PM? So that's the hour, right? That's
Yep.
that what makes a difference? Yeah.
the hour of what, I'm sorry.
Before 1 PM or after 1 PM, when you're gonna
Music.
start,
Yeah.
yes.
After,
So you don't wanna be able to play music until after 1 PM on
At-
Sundays?
at this time. I'm really not that
Well,
concerned
if you
about
wanna
that.
change it, you're gonna have to apply again,
All right,
pay
let's
again
go,
and come back.
let's go to 11.
Just trying to help us
I
both
appreciate
out,
this,
okay?
both of you guys.
Before 1 PM.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the way I filled it out online, but I'm not very good at that. so-
Normally I can log in, but
yeah, we can't log into our online.
Yeah.
To what, 11?
Before 1 PM until 8 PM on Sunday.
Do you have, can you look up what I put in?
Yeah, so first of all, he checked off live music, amplified, acoustic, ambient, recorded, DJ, trivia, karaoke, open mic. So he checked off it.
Okay,
And you put indoor music. Monday, 7 to 11, 7 to 11. 7 to 11, Monday through Wednesday,
7 AM,
7
No,
PM.
7 PM.
But if you're gonna have ambient music during the day, that should change.
Oh, okay, so I guess we gotta go to, if you're, you're talking about any music, like even
Anything,
on a stereo or
anything,
anything?
yeah.
Okay, even background music, all right. So maybe we should, is there a way to adjust that right here, right now?
Right, that's what we're trying to determine, because that's what's gonna be under our approval. So right
Okay,
now,
So let's go
Monday,
11:30 when we open.
you're not gonna open before 11:30 AM, Monday through Saturday.
Correct,
Okay, so 11:30 AM is the start time for entertainment.
correct,
Thursday, Monday through Thursday until 10 o'clock,
correct.
and then Friday and,
12 a.m.
what?
He has 12 a.m.
I know, but we're not doing that, we're doing what he says, because it clearly has changed.
That's fine, I just wanna-
11:30 to 10, Monday through Thursday, 11:30 or 12 on Friday and Saturday. Or 12 on Friday and Saturday,
Correct.
okay. So midnight Friday and Saturday, 11:30 Monday through Thursday. And at an end. So the motion's gonna be, I'm gonna move to approve Fishtail Pub LLC at 50 Rogers Street, entertainment license, including all that he checked off. Monday through Thursday from 11:30 AM to 10 PM. Friday and Saturday from 11:30 AM to midnight.
Second.
Nice and move. In this discussion, I'm just gonna bring up that you do live around some residential areas. So be mindful of the sound, or we will be back here if there's complaints,
Without a
right?
doubt, and I think you probably remember at the liquor board meeting, there was a neighbor who said that, and I gave her my phone number.
Yep.
And I specifically said, you call me if there's an
Right.
issue.
Yeah,
You
that was
guys will
trash on
never
the
have to be
street.
involved.
Okay. So just be mindful of that. I mean,
I get
I
it.
don't know how many DJs have been in that establishment. I'm not saying no, but just be mindful of the sound.
I get it.
Any further discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I move that we approve a Sunday entertainment license for Fishtails Pub LLC, 50 Rogers Street on Sunday from 11:30, I'm sorry, before 1 PM until 8 PM on Sundays.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Any questions for us?
I don't.
You understand your entertainment hours? Do we write them on the license? Yeah, so it'll be written on the license. You have to post
get
it so that, anyone that, any.
I won't bring the Rolling,
Inspector that comes
I
in, they
won't
can
bring the
see.
Rolling Stones at 7 in the morning, don't worry.
Okay, any questions? No, you're all set?
No, I'm good. Thank you
Okay,
guys
good
very
luck.
much.
Looking forward to
Good
the
luck.
opening.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
Take care.
Newcom and Vic, 272 Main Street.
That's me.
Hi,
Hi.
you can stay right there. You don't have to get up. How are you, Tom?
I'm very good. How are you?
So what's going on here?
So I close, I purchased Thai Choice.
Yep.
And I close on that property next week.
Okay.
The property came with a beer and wine license.
Yep.
My thought for the property is to replicate what we're doing at the Celtic Cod. We've had really.
And
good-
wait, let me just say for the record, we're gonna, your matter for.
It's also a
It's
public
a public hearing.
hearing.
So I wanna save some of that detail for the public hearing as well, right?
I'll follow your lead.
So actually, we're going into public hearings next, so I'm gonna call that one, open that public hearing, and we can discuss the common victular as part of that conversation, so we're not repetitive.
Sure.
So we're gonna go into the public hearing of petition of 272 Main Street, 272 Main Street, is that the name?
Right now, it's under the LLC 272.
For the transfer of an annual section 12 on-premise wine and malt beverage restaurant license from Thai Choice 272 Main Street to 272 Main Street LLC, DBA 272 Main Street, manager of record Thomas Aurelio. And you have a application for a change of license category to add cordials and liquors.
Like that, correct?
A lot going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna ask you, we do have 3 people online. I don't know if they're here for this public hearing, but just wanted to put that into the record. I am gonna have you present your petition, and then I'll open the public hearing for any comment and then get back to the business
Sure.
at hand, okay? So, Start from the beginning, please.
Oh, first, Tom Early on the 189 Atlantic Road in Gloucester. I have owned, or I've been manager of the license for the Celtic Cod, which opened last year in February. We've been at it for about a year and a half. We've had some really good success there in partnering with the artist community. One of the issues that we've had there is I get a lot of calls for events, and with the capacity being 50 people, that limits me to about 45 with my staff. Haven't been able to really accommodate anything larger than that. The purchase of Thai Choice, I close on the property next week. That's why I wanted to meet this week to make sure that there is no issue in the transfer of the current license. And the plan or the business model for the property would really be the same. What I've got right now, it's going to be not a wine bar, it's a wine bar, wine cafe. It's not a full bar with ambient music. We've not had, I'm one of those Rocky Neck properties, we have not had any issues with noise at all. I sent the letters, my sense is I actually talked to the mayor because someone came in to address it. I guess there are some concerns about noise, so I'm sure that I'll have to address that with the folks that do comment here. The building itself, when I do close on it, I'm gonna do some very needed repairs to the building, so I wouldn't be able to open right away. It needs a new roof, needs new windows, needs to be painted. I need to upscale what's going on inside because it currently doesn't suit the needs of what I'm trying to set up here. Is I want it to be more of an upscale place, and already partnering with artists, so I'll be able to do that same type of thing that I've got on Rocky Neck. The other thing is everything will be contained inside. There are no windows that open, so it's not really, there are no windows on the side of the apartment building next door, so I can pretty much assure that the music and entertainment I have inside would not be at risk or create any hassle to the neighbors. Currently, what we do is it is like I said, it's an Amazon playlist that plays French music and soft jazz almost all day. Are currently open from 11:30 until 10, 7 days a week. I might stretch that because of this location here. I'm really working to try to, like we did on Rocky Neck, and revitalize that area. I want to focus with Maria, who's opening across the street, to revitalize this side of Main Street
Okay.
and start to bring life down to that end.
Can you just I just missed, what hours did you say you
So
intend to
my
be
currently,
opening?
the hours I gave you, Melissa, were the hours that I have at the Celtic Cod. They would not be the same here. I'd be opening a little bit later. I'm currently planning on noon as an opening time
Okay,
until 10 PM Monday through Thursday, and I might stretch that by an hour on the weekends until 11 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, it would be the ambient music, and I do like I do at the Celtic Cod, and once in a while there are musicians that come in to play jazz music, but it's never invasive.
right. And what type of food?
The advantage of this is it doesn't full kitchen, but I'm not gonna be a restaurant. It's gonna be tapas and small plates. This does give me the advantage of using this kitchen to help feed the Celtic Cod as well, because that kitchen is so small, so I
Yeah.
can do my prep here and carry that over.
And you said events. When you say events, is there a certain space
It's-
for it or just the restaurant?
Well,
itself?
I've got upstairs and
Upstairs,
downstairs. So
yeah.
there's a bar upstairs. I'm gonna be the current, when you walk in right now, there's where they have a counter and coolers and things like that.
Mhm.
That's where I hope to build the bar. I've got to get contractors in there, but have not been able to really do the plans yet.
Okay,
But I would be able to have 40, right now the building has a capacity of 80. And that counts upstairs.
okay. What is the time period for you doing the new roof, the new windows and things like that?
I have to get in there. So I close on the 17th. And I've got,
Of July?
no, next week.
Oh, June?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I close next week, and then as soon as I close, it's setting up the contractors to get in there.
Do you
So
have contractors in place or do you have to find?
lined up. No, I
You're
do,
lined
but
up.
first that architect is gonna do designs, and I've got a new survey of the land being done next week. It's been difficult to get in. I've been respectful of the previous owners to not get in the way.
Yep.
And the real estate agent actually lives in Boston, so it's been an hour for her to get here to it. So I've been waiting for that, but I'll be able to, once I get the keys next week, Tuesday is when I'll be able to start setting them up.
How
And
long do you think construction will be?
I doubt I'd be able to open this year, or if I did, I shouldn't say that. If I did, it would be like after September. It depends on if I'm gonna build something for the bar or just do cosmetic inside. But it'll probably be September or October would be wishful.
okay, so I'm just gonna read this to you and I'm gonna have you respond, okay? So we have new licensing rules and regulations.
Yep.
And in regard to this, it says approvals of the applications by the Gloucester Licensing Board are valid for 6 months from the date of approval by the ABCC. If some time expires before the license is issued due to the applicant's failure to meet all the conditions imposed by the board, the license will not be issued due to the applicant's failure to meet all conditions imposed by the board. The applicant must reapply to be reheard before the board. Prior to the expiration of 6-month period, the applicant may petition the licensing board for an extension of the approved period where an extension may be granted.
Yeah,
So
I want
this-
to open, and I want to open as soon as possible.
I understand that,
Yeah.
and I just want to be clear that we have had issues in the past where we issue licenses and we don't see them being used, hence you heard
Oh, yeah,
earlier
yeah.
today, right?
Yeah,
So not that we're trying to deter
No, no,
anything,
no, I
we
get it.
understand.
so the
The
good news
time
on this,
period.
I was concerned about, I had to get in there and have the plumbing,
Yep.
sprinkler system and everything checked. The roof is actually okay, but I'm gonna use this opportunity to update all that
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
And I don't know if it needs new siding, but I could probably still open when siding is being done, so believe it is all just expense. I wanna
Right.
get open as soon as I can.
And I'm not saying that to rush
No, no,
by any
it's
means, you've
it's
done very
procedural.
well in your first establishment. But just want to be mindful that when we do issue the license, it does go on a tracking time period for the license to be utilized, right?
Absolutely.
And completely understand contractors are busy, I'm married to one, I know that
Yep.
they're lined up with
Yep.
millions of jobs and
Mhm.
their schedules are crazy, and you have to try to fit them in.
Yep.
So we're understanding of that, but just don't want to lose sight of the time period, once the ABCC approves this, which would be a month, if not longer,
Sure.
down the road.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
we haven't even had your closing yet.
That's right.
So, we understand that, but I just want to make sure that you understand, that time
Yep.
is being monitored for licenses that are issued
It's all
now.
fair, I get it.
Just because it's fair to the community to have our licenses used, knowing they're in such high demand.
Yep.
Is
I
there
mean,
anything
and
else?
just the other thing I would add, only because you brought it up earlier with the first gentleman that was speaking, we are off and running, and I think I have a solid ship where I do have a manager on-prem now for the Rocky Neck property that I will be able to devote at least 75% to the new one.
Okay,
So with the two staying in my name, I don't anticipate that being an issue. And like with the other one, I can with Patrick, I work with the neighbors if there are issues.
I have complete faith in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so, do you have any questions to ask him of the premises before I open the public?
No, I mean, I know Tom, I know Celtic. I have no doubt this will be successful.
Okay, so I'm gonna call the public hearing to order. This was advertised in the Gloucester Daily Times. If there is anyone in the room that would like to speak to this petition, please raise your hands. One. And those online, we'll take anyone online that would like to speak to this petition after the person here speaks to the board. So if you could come up and state your name and address, please.
Hi, Gloria Soliani, 274 Main Street. So
Can you spell
I
your
am
last name?
smack
Spell your-
dab,
Can you spell your last name,
S
please?
as in Sam.
Yeah,
OLIANI,
and what address were you at?
274,
Oh, right next door.
right next door. And I mean, there are some condos there, but mine is smack dab against that building.
Okay,
So, questions. Will there be outdoor dining? You're gonna
so
have
the
outdoor?
questions,
So I
so
ask-
tell us what your concerns are. You're speaking
Yeah.
to the board at this
Oh,
public
okay.
hearing, not the
Okay,
petitioner.
well, always noise is gonna be a concern. and
Okay.
It's gonna be, and I don't know if he's gonna do any insulation
Okay,
to buffer any kind of sounds. 'Cause
so
I
what I'm
think
gonna
that's
do
an
is have
old
you
building.
speak. I'm gonna have you speak to us. We're gonna write down and ask you questions, and then we'll
Oh.
ask Tom to respond to your concerns,
Okay.
okay? Thank you. Just trying to bring structure.
So. you
So
want
tell me what you would
start?
like to say to this petition, yeah?
Okay, and the patrons that you're looking for, they're probably not going to be the people on the street, because this is historic Gloucester, this part of it.
Yeah.
And it's becoming a bar and bank area. So I'm just concerned about what old Gloucester is gonna look like in the future.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to go to Salted Cod down on Rocky Neck?
Oh, yeah. In the sixties, we used to
I mean,
hang out
as it
there,
is
the
now.
letter and the, oh, no, no, I haven't,
Okay.
no.
Anything else you'd like to speak to?
Yeah, well, again, I live right next door, so you said it's going to be light, what did you call it, light music?
Acoustic, ambient?
You don't, I don't know if he called it acoustic, called
That's
it
soft entertainment.
soft entertainment. And, did you mention that there's going to be comedians or?
So you're speaking to the board,
Okay.
so you have a concern for
All right,
noise.
and parking, there's a very big parking lot there. Will any of that be altered to extend the building? Will the building be widened or any chance of the building going a little higher?
Okay. Anything else?
Uh, Is there a mock-up of what it looks like? I mean, will there be, neon signs on the front of the building or anything to call special attention to it?
I
Are you
believe
gonna
that-
have signs there? Right now, they're very low key with the Thai restaurant.
Yep,
They don't have anything
so you're
that's,
concerned about outdoor lighting and bright and abstract and
yeah,
all that stuff that's not there now.
yeah.
Okay, anything else?
I guess that's, that next to that building is, there's planning for elderly housing.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that's gonna impact what goes on. It's certainly gonna impact parking for residents.
Okay.
Where we don't have to pay for parking. And again, will people park on the street? If they park on the street and park up, going up Main, then that's where many of us park. So I'm thinking that we will have to lose our parking.
Okay, it is public parking, correct?
The part that's public parking,
Yep.
that doesn't have a meter,
Yep.
that's not metered.
So you're concerned about
Yeah.
parking, noise, neon signs, the building
Yeah,
getting
just what-
larger.
Is it gonna
Parking
look
lot getting
different? I mean, is he gonna change the configuration of the building?
Okay,
The parking lot is big. I mean, so he could probably, well, you're not gonna get 80 people in there. I think, did he say 80?
the capacity,
capacity?
is my understanding right now, the capacity is 80 as
Yeah.
it stands now before any
Okay.
renovations.
So that's parking,
Yeah.
and Gloucester has always had some.
And that
difficulty-
building, I believe, has had 80 as a capacity all along, so that's not anything new.
No, but that building
Yeah.
hasn't been used in that venue
Okay.
either. There hasn't been music. And it's very low key, a lot of takeout. At the time,
Yeah.
restaurant.
Good tag.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Anything else you want to add for concerns?
No, I think that's it.
Thank you.
I wrote these into the wee hours of the morning.
Okay. Is there anyone else here that would like to speak? Seeing none, is there anyone online? We have two members, two attendees. If you would like to speak, please press *9 or use the raise your hand button to request to speak. Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing. Okay, we have an opportunity to ask some more
Okay.
questions and then deliberate on your application for the common victual license, the transfer, and the change of category. So, as you heard, we have a citizen, a neighbor that is concerned about noise and sound. You have stated that any entertainment you have will be indoors, because you do not have an outdoor area, is my understanding. Windows do not open,
That's right.
and it's expected to be, what was the term you used, soft
Soft entertainment, jazz.
entertainment?
Mostly ambient jazz.
And know that we're not discussing entertainment license tonight, I'm just trying to get an understanding of what you intend to do in the building.
Yep.
Um, The entertainments?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all,
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed
that's
that.
okay.
And agenda's changed a couple times since I last looked at it. So we will discuss entertainment then, I apologize. And so what were your operating hours gonna be?
Monday through Thursday, noon until 10. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll probably stretch that till about 11,
From noon?
noon to 11.
So no opening before noon?
Yes.
So those are the times you're opening, those are the times you would like entertainment.
Yes,
Parking lot, how many cars?
15 spots.
You have 15 spots?
I do.
Okay, that's bigger than I remembered.
It's listed at, it's interesting to say that it's listed as 15 that I bought. It
And you had
feels,
15 cars
it
in there?
feels like 12 to
Or
me,
like
but it says,
10, yeah,
yeah, it says 15.
okay. And heard that there could be a potential for elderly housing going next door.
So I
We
could
live
go
in a
into.
crowded
You
city.
want me to address some of that? So.
Yes. if
So I
you'd like
spoke,
to.
I spoke to the mayor about that and
Okay.
that is going on. There's a building next door and then there is currently a parking lot that is not metered because I believe it's owned by.
Next to Nelson's?
Yeah, it's not metered. No one was, they were looking for the deed who owns it, so people are parking there.
Yep.
I spoke to the mayor about that, and the parking issue, what he said is they're looking at even doing Prospect Street as a one-way street to open that all up for parking to add a large number of spots.
I've heard that discussion as well, that could be discussed. Signage outside,
And we've been given a thought, but it will be subdued. It's a
Anything
little
neon?
wine. No, nothing, yeah. So wine cafe. it's
regular,
not-
I believe you have to get a permit for all that.
You do.
And it's not easy to get in Gloucester, which is why we don't have many neon signs.
Mhm.
Any intention to extend the building higher
Don't know.
or out?
Don't know. So this is where I've got to have, if I did anything, it would be eating potentially a couple feet of the parking lot to make the entrance larger. It's a weird entrance when you walk in. It's a ramp.
Yep.
I want to kill the ramp and make that area a little larger, but I.
So not necessarily adding seats inside, but just the
it would be- that
functionality
would
of
be
the
like the
indoor
same-
outdoor.
That might be where the actual bar is set.
Okay.
There's no physical bar in there right now that I
Yeah.
need to add.
Okay, so not planning on making the building bigger, just more friendly to walk in.
That's right.
Okay. And you said you do have staff or you're focused on staff from
I
what you
don't
have
have,
already?
I've got an overflow.
You're not
from-
even there yet?
Well, I have an overflow from where I am.
Okay.
And I've got.
Is it gonna be kind of like the same atmosphere as the Salty Car?
It is, but a little more upscale.
Okay,
Yeah, like there's a certain price point that I know I can't do there, but there are beautiful lines if you just inch it one point up. So I'm gonna have both.
that's exciting. Don, any questions?
Just to go back with the question, no outdoor seating, you're not planning to do anything outdoors?
No.
Floor plan staying pretty much the same,
Other than that bar. area.
other than that bar area?
Yeah. And
Do we
I
have
also
the-
want to,
Was it submitted? I didn't see it. What have we got on?
Does it have a floor?
they didn't have a
Did you
floor plan.
submit a floor plan?
All they have is it's a hand drawing that was submitted.
Okay,
But,
yeah, that's what I was looking
yeah.
for.
I do.
Okay, as long as it's submitted, that's okay. Because the ECC will look at that as well.
Yeah.
So you're looking to have just like liquor license indoors.
Liquor license indoors, yes.
You have any questions?
I'm good.
And you're listed as the manager?
I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. You're gonna have two establishments. You were saying you're the manager of record on the other establishment, correct?
Yep, and I do have a full-time manager.
You have a full-time manager there, but when
I have
you're not
somebody
there,
I have somebody there 5 days a week of the 7.
Okay.
And I'm there.
so you're able to bounce back and forth. You'll make sure
With
there's
no issue.
management coverage
Yep.
under this license. It says that our rules say 20 to 30 hours a week, so. But if you're not
Quit my
there, just
day
make
job.
sure someone that can speak on your behalf
Yep.
or at least be
Yep.
in phone contact with you. Tip certified,
Everyone.
safe serve status.
I
safe-
am and my whole staff there is.
Excellent. Character and reputation, I would say you've established that very well in our community. You had any interaction with the police department at your the other establishment? Do you,
Not one
Not one
interaction with
indication.
neighbors, not one interaction with police.
And I'm asking these questions because I have to, not because I'm necessarily concerned.
I would like to say to the neighbors, especially the woman that addressed it, this is really about revitalizing, just like we
Yeah.
did on, this is support the local artists. This isn't about changing anything historical. In fact, one of the concepts is a tribute to sailors and redoing everything to be that inside.
So I'm just gonna say my thought when she brought that issue up of, keeping the old Gloucester here is I don't think she could be in communication with a more perfect person to do that, because what you brought to the Salted Cod, I think is
I appreciate it.
Um,
Thanks.
much needed in this community, much welcomed in this community, and welcome more of that, so. I can say I was impressed when I saw this coming to us before the board. I was excited, I'm excited, having worked with you before. And knowing how your approach to the Salted Cod and how you worked with the board on all the issues and continue to work through all the issues, which there were many. I have full faith and confidence in this transfer, and I'm actually very excited about it.
Great.
So the changing to the cordials and liquors will be similar to what you've done at Salted
And I gotta
Cod.
tell you, like, we added that, it's been great, and it's turning out to be Negronis and Aperol spritz.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it turns into the summer drink, and so I'm, outside of wine, I'm selling Campari and Aperol, is really what the change has been.
Okay, and just to get back to the entertainment, because I'm gonna
Yep.
try to do all these motions at once. State again what type of entertainment you plan to have. I know you talked about French music and jazz
I
playing
think,
now.
I think I'm guilty of what the other gentleman did.
That's okay.
I've got everything at the other property, and I don't use
Yeah.
it all, so I checked all the boxes. I checked all the boxes here. The reality is I'll be using, I have, ambient, it's a playlist through Spotify and Amazon, and then I do bring, jazz bands and live jazz bands. I shouldn't say jazz bands, a vocalist,
Jazz music,
jazz music.
no dancing.
No, but you know what? I don't want to limit myself.
If
If I'm
somebody
thinking to
gets up
myself,
and
if they get up, I don't want to get slammed for that. You know, I can't really control that.
Parties with DJs.
No.
Okay, and as we stated before, if you do any type of trivia or anything
Really don't,
through,
no.
I mean, if you do decide to have some
Yep.
sort of game night, that falls under your entertainment.
Yep. I did check it, but I just haven't used it yet at my current place.
And at the same, like we discussed with the business prior to you, that is trying to open. I know this is gonna take some time, I understand that, but we may need you to come back in and give us an update. around the
My
time
thing
of
right now
September.
is I need a comfort level before I
Yep.
spend a lot of money next year.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So variance parking, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I've mistaken. You have everything?
No, nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna start at the top. I'm gonna approve a new common victual license. Subject to the inspection on opening of 272 Main Street, 272 Main Street.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna move that the petition be approved of the 272 Main Street, 272 Main Street for the transfer of an annual section 12 on-premise wine and malt beverage restaurant license from Thai Choice 272 Main Street to 272 Main Street LLC, DBA 272 Main Street, manager of record Thomas Emilio. Nice,
Do you want to?
Not yet.
No, okay. A second.
Any discussion?
No.
I just want to say, like I just said, to get it into the record of the motion, looking forward to this business opening, and I think we are in good hands in bringing a good business to this area. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. I'm gonna make a motion that we approve a change of license category to the license transfer of 272 Main Street LLC DBA 272 Main Street to include cordials and liquors.
Second.
Any further discussion on it?
No.
We talked that through. All in favor?
Aye.
The vote carries on that. Did you want to say anything before I get to
Yeah,
entertainment?
I'd like to know if his property goes all the way up to the next street above.
So.
There are rocks, there's a rock wall, and then there's a lot of,
So this is a conversation that can be taken offline. There is a deed to the area. I'm sure you can use your resources to find the deed.
okay,
Not to be discussed here, but I'm sure knowing Tom, he will be happy to answer all your questions, going forward. Entertainment license.
I think you said it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if that's before the news. So I move that we approve an entertainment license for 272 Main Street, 272 Main Street, Monday through Saturday from noon to 10, Monday through Thursday, and
It was Monday through Thursday, noon to 10,
then Friday and Saturday till 11.
and Sunday.
And Sunday separate.
No, sorry.
We won't be up too long.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye, opposed. Do you have all the information you need?
When are they starting it on entertainment? Sunday?
Noon.
Noon. Noon to 10, Monday through Thursday, and then 11 on Friday and Saturday. I move that we approve a Sunday entertainment license for 272 Main Street, 272 Main Street to be before 1 PM on Sunday until 11 o'clock PM to include the ambient playlists, jazz music, and other music discussed tonight.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. I'm just gonna inform you that probably in September, we will likely be inviting you back to the board just to get an update on your status.
Yep.
Good luck. Is there
Thank you.
anything we can help you with?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, back to public hearings. Petition of BROI LLC, DBA Ocean House Hotel at Bass Rocks, 107 Atlantic Road, on a new seasonal, section 12, on premise, all alcoholic restaurant license, master of record, Harry Quinlivan.
Perfect, it's a long one, yes, Carrie Quinlivan.
Thank you. I'm assuming you're Carrie, but can you state your name and address for the record?
I'm Carrie Quinlivan, my home address is 50 Jewett Street in Providence, Rhode Island. The license is 107 Atlantic Road here in Boston.
107 Atlantic?
Yes,
Did you say Jewish street?
Jewett, Jewett.
So you reside on Jewett Street in Rhode Island?
I do.
Okay, so again, you can tell us what your plan is, I'm gonna say petition. What the plan is for Ocean House Hotel. We'll hear from you and then we'll open the public hearing and then discuss and deliberate after.
So we would like the liquor license, we'd like to be able to serve beer, wine, maybe drinks, just to mainly our hotel guests that stay with us. We're a seasonal property, open April every year until November 30th. And we'd like to be able to offer our guests appetizers, light snacks, light meals in the afternoon, and we're looking to operate between 12 and 9, and also to be able to serve beverages along with that.
Okay. How many hotel rooms are there?
There are 52 guest rooms.
52? Is this the one that has the pool out front?
It is, so we have the historic building, the Stacy House, and then we have the hotel rooms located behind the pool as well.
And you are seasonal restaurant license. Where do you plan on serving alcohol?
So we're gonna do it where we serve our continental breakfast. So we have a dining area in the sun porch area in the Stacy House. We currently serve our continental breakfast there, and that's where she's serving the alcohol in the appetizers.
So the only place on the premise that will be alcohol is at the Stacy House?
Yes.
Okay. Not in the hotel rooms, not walking around
Not
the property,
poolside.
not
That is
poolside,
not our intention.
not outdoors, just indoors?
Mhm.
Okay. Tell me about the dining room. How big is it and how many does it seat?
It seats 42 people for seating, and then we have a standing area that is 18, so a total capacity of 60.
And is that the capacity from the fire department or city of Gloucester? That's a 60 capacity. And is this, are you serving food now?
We serve breakfast right now,
Breakfast.
but we're gonna add the afternoon appetizers, light meals and snacks with the liquor license.
So will you be open will be serving past 5 o'clock?
12 PM to 9 PM
Oh, tonight,
is our
every
proposed
day,
hours.
okay, Monday through Sunday?
Mhm.
5 days a week? And that during the season,
So 7 days a week.
I mean, 7 days. a week.
But
Been
you
a
do
long
it now.
day. 7 days a week. Yes, okay. And you being manager of record and live in Rhode Island, tell me how that works.
So I'm the manager of record, so we're a seasonal property. We also have a seasonal hotel manager. And so I cover the property anywhere. I'm here 2 to 4 days a week in season. She's here, lives locally, lives in Rockport and works the property 5 days a week. So between the two of us, one of us would always be on premise. It just being a seasonal hotel with the manager being seasonal, whereas I'm more available year round.
Are you open year round?
No, but just from a
Yeah.
contact point of view and everything else, I'm generally the off-season contact as well.
Are you tip certified or?
I am tips and I'm Surf Safe Manager Alcohol, and so would be the manager on property. She's currently tipped and we would add Surf Safe Manager Alcohol as well.
And the kitchen, is there a kitchen manager
No, we do not have a kitchen manager. We are all
So you're
Surf Safe
part of-
Food Manager as well.
for food?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, that was my question.
I am in 2 people on property officer,
Okay,
Surf Safe Food Manager.
so you have 3 people certified?
For food
Okay.
right now.
And you're saying you'll be on premises 2 to 4 days a week, however, the person from Rockport that's also a manager will be there 5 days. She'll have direct contact with you always, has the authority to make decisions.
She's the operations manager.
Okay.
And then I come and I work, at least her days off. I'm here. I sleep on property when she's not here. So I'm at the hotel, 48 hours straight usually. And then I try to come in 1 or 2 days a week to work directly with her, but I'm available.
And what is her name?
Her name is Mara Amato, Amado.
And she's not here for me to ask, but because she's gonna be part of the management, she has experience in hospitality.
Yes, she does.
Assuming, okay. Do you know how many years,
Um,
how long she's been with you?
and she's only been with me this season. She's
Okay.
been with me since April. Without having a resume in front of me, I would say 5 years of hospitality
Okay.
experience, but I don't have her exact dates.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Store plan, where do you plan to store alcohol? I know looks like there's a storage room off the kitchen. Is that where you plan to?
Yeah, so we have a couple of closets that are not utilized right now that we would turn into our, locked access controlled liquor storage.
And then just talking about flow, there's a lot of doors in and out. I'm trying to figure out how to flow folks. For example, that sunroom sitting area, there's 2 egress doors that look like they go out to maybe the pool area.
No,
How do you
the
plan to secure that?
Sure, so those doors are secured all the time, and so we have 2 types of locks, the locks on the main door, so there is when you're driving up, there's the main entry door. And then there's door on the side, that is the door that goes the egress out to the pool, those are electronically key card encoded like most hotels. And then the other doors are back of house doors, there are a door off the kitchen and there's a door off the manager's office, and those are just locked as a normal door. But we do keep the building secure, it's our lobby, there are 4 guest rooms upstairs in that building, so we have security. They're taken.
So bartender, who else is watching the floor without, when you serve the alcohol?
It would be the manager on duty, it would be the bartender there, it would also be in the front desk area, so there would always be a front desk agent on duty as well in the building.
Cameras? Have you
We
done? No cameras. The billiards room, do you plan to serve alcohol? Can they bring alcohol in that space?
It is part of the hotel, it's,
Sorry.
That's not air conditioned.
No, that's
Oh, I thought it was that thing going off again, I'm sorry.
It is kind of an open flow floor plan, so I think people will walk into the billiards room, with alcohol there, it's kind of just a little hallway egress there. And that's where the half bathrooms.
It doesn't look like you can only really go in and out that same door.
Yes, for the billiards room.
Plan to have high top tables in there or anything? No.
We don't plan on changing the current tables.
Did you apply for alcohol liability?
I'm sure that we did, I do not know.
Okay, because that's required to get the license.
I'm sure that, yes, I can get you.
Okay. I have a different one, so I don't know.
And I can get that.
Yeah. Just know that we can't take the license
Oh, of course.
until that coverage is in place.
Mhm.
And, did that come through with the application?
No, it just came through until they put it in the. So it's actually, they put it in our system.
And then the workers' comp.
It's all our stuff, not the, this is
Not
all
the
ABCC,
ABCC, yeah.
paperwork. right
So it
now.
hasn't gone through our system yet. So there's also a workers' comp statement that has to be signed off on as well, prior to the license being issued too. But when you apply to our system, which I thought that was done already, but I guess not, it'll walk you through those before the license issue, so it's not a surprise. And I'll have all the documents listed there that we need.
Can I clarify something?
Yes,
Is there a deck, the gentleman I spoke to said that you'd be serving on a deck as well, is there a deck area?
There's a small deck that's right off, it's attached to the lobby, it's an exit door off the lobby. If we could, we would like to, but if you'd like to keep it inside, it is kind of a part of the lobby.
is it attached to the room?
It is.
So is that those two doors that go out to the egress? That egress
It's a
doors?
single door that goes out towards the pool area. There's a deck there, and then there is kind of like a fire pit seating area right there.
So is it enclosed? Because you would need to have barriers to keep alcohol.
The deck is enclosed, but if the bottom area is just enclosed by a handicap ramp, and then it backs up to the pool, and it has a low stone wall around.
So you wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
You
So
wouldn't
we
be able
could
to
keep it
license
up.
that area.
Okay, we can keep that.
Just because of the patio guidelines and
Of
things like
course.
that, there's specific areas that have to be designated.
Sure.
Prevention from walking off with a drink in the hand
Sure.
and things like that.
Right now, the diagram on the application looks to be just the dining room. It doesn't include the billiard, so I just want to make sure that you do want to have access, the billiard, have access to.
I think so. It is kind of a flow area, and that's where we do the billiards room in there with 1 or 2 seats, and so it is just a hallway, so it would be a natural flow, I think, for guests.
So I think if we approve it, you should submit the new floor plan, let's say floor plan, just outline in yellow to include the village room,
Sure.
so that we can submit that to the UCC, because they're very particular about what area is licensed. I do not have any more questions. Do you have any questions?
No.
I move that we approve the petition for BROI LLC to be Ocean House Hotel at Bass Rocks 107 Atlantic Road for a seasonal sectional 12 on premise all alcoholic beverage restaurant license. The manager of record Kelly Living to occupy the area to be licensed is the Stacy House indoors to include the billiard room.
Second,
Any further discussion? Do you have all the information you need? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so the next step is a two-step process. We put it to the ABCC. They do their own investigation. They could reach out to you and ask you for more information. Maybe not, but that's why I asked that we submit your floor plan so that they have as much information as
Of course.
possible to expedite the license.
Okay.
Any questions for us?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Wait. I have to open the public hearing.
oh.
All right, I'm gonna open the public hearing prior to, even though we already moved, in case there's anything to get on record for the Ocean House Hotel. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to the Ocean House Hotel public hearing? None here in person. We have one attendee online. If you would like to speak to the public hearing regarding the Ocean House Hotel, please raise your hand or press star 9. Seeing none, close the hearing and consider it held.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Next public hearing is the petition of Anasform Yacht Club, 17 River Road, requesting a change of officers, directors, and LLC managers.
The VFW.
You can stay there.
Okay,
Yeah. Wait, I called the wrong one.
yeah, with the VFW.
We are here from Anasform.
The VFW.
VFW. Petition of backtrack. Petition of Dowsett Linger Coast, 1624, VFW Inc., DBA Gloucester VFW Inc., 224 Eastern Ave, on a change of manager to Erin Stewart. Hi,
Hi, I'm Erin Stewart, 60 Warner Street, Gloucester.
thank you. Again, this is a public hearing, so just tell us, why you're here tonight for your petition, and then we'll open the public hearing, and then we will vote,
Okay.
unlike the way we just did.
I'm just here to get my name changed onto the manager's license. The VFW has been struggling for a few years and they're bringing me in to try to help revitalize the post.
I did have a question, I just want to double check, I looked at it earlier, and I did not see any employment history for you
Um,
on the application.
oh,
Maybe I missed it. but-
I currently also manage the American Legion Post and I have for the last 14 years.
Okay. So Legion. So you're the manager of record on that license as well? What is going on tonight with everybody having two places?
Well, the hope is to bridge the two organizations and that's part of the reason that they wanted me in the first place.
And it's a good bridge to have.
I think so too. We need to be working together.
So what I'm gonna say is I am looking at page 1. And under employment information, there is nothing
Really?
listed, so I'm gonna ask that you complete that application.
Okay.
Just because if I don't ask you, it is very likely the ABCC is gonna ask you.
Right.
Because we need to see that you have the skill and ability to hold on that management
Yes,
role.
absolutely.
You have the application at your office, right? So she could come in and fill it in. And so I'm hearing that you would add that you've been the manager of the Legion for 14 years.
Mhm.
Are you serve safe?
I am, and all of
Tip
my
certified.
tip certified, and all of my employees are as well, except for the 2 new ones who will be by the end of the month.
So I'm gonna ask you, like we've asked the others, how are you in 2 places at the same time to manage 2 licenses?
So all of my bartenders are required to have crowd control as well as any bouncers that are, or officers that are gonna be utilized to, if, for large events, if I can't make a large event.
Yep.
Everybody has that certification.
So we do expect managers to be on site 20, 30 hours a week. So, and I know that's a lot when you're managing 2 places, so. Who, not necessarily a name, but is there a position within the organization that will be manager, like when you're not there?
So generally it would fall to one of the officers that's in the post,
Okay.
but I also have more than a few trusted bartenders that have been with me for a very extended, like a long, long time. Nobody's ever been afraid to call me if there's been a problem, and luckily I do live just down the street.
But when you're not there, will there be a person
Yes.
designated
Matt
and
Holder.
your phone number to say,
Yep.
I'm a phone call away,
Matt Colbert,
you're in charge, but if there's an issue,
yes.
I can be reached immediately?
Yep.
Unless you're on vacation or something. Okay. Just look at your application again. It's good. I don't have any further questions. Do you have any further questions?
No, the only question was resume type of thing, so.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I fill that out.
So you can do 2 things. You can either come in and fill it out, or you can come in and fill it right, see attached resume and attached copy of your resume.
Okay.
Right, I would indicate that you are tip certified and serve safe
Yeah, just
certified.
even a copy of those.
Yeah.
to attach.
If you attach that, because it will help the process going forward. All right, I am gonna open the public hearing.
Sure don't want to prove first, no.
Right here. Anyone here like to speak to this petition, change of manager? Seeing none, we have 1 person in attendance. If you would like to speak to this petition for change of manager, please raise your hand or press *9 to request to speak. Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing and move to approve the petition of the Dowsett Linger Post 1624 VFW Inc. DBA Gloucester VFW Inc. 224 Eastern Ave on a change of manager to Aaron Stewart, subject to completing employment history on the application.
Second,
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The vote. Approved.
Excellent, thank you.
So again, the next step is for the ABCC to approve it. They may reach out to you, but just check in with Allison as soon as you can so that we can get that forwarded to
Okay.
the ABCC.
Yes.
Any questions for us?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
The last public hearing session of the Enniscorn Yacht Club, 17 River Road, requesting a change of officers, directors, and LLC managers. Somebody's over video?
Chris is on.
Oh, Chris is on.
Yes, they are.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi.
can you show us your video?
Yeah, sure. Let me see.
Thank you. Hi, if you could just say your name and address for the record?
Yeah, Carissa Favaloro, 7 Ellery Street, Gloucester, Mass.
Thank you. Sorry. Do you have our petition up?
Yeah.
I looked it over and didn't see any.
I didn't see anything.
So just explain your petition a little bit to us.
We were just asked by the ABCC to update our board members because that hadn't been done. They noticed it when they switched the liquor license to my name, so
Yeah.
we've just
Yeah, couple months
updated
ago.
it to current board members that will be there for the next 5 or 6 years at least, so we want to do it for a while.
Okay, and yes, you're the manager of record, just speaking on behalf of them?
Yes.
Thank you. Did we find Corey's on, do we have to? I thought I saw something in there on Corey, but didn't understand if we need to do that for the manager, for the officers. I don't think we do, right? 'Cause it's
I've
not
never done
alcohol.
it before.
Okay. I wrote Corey down for some reason, I don't know why. Okay. So change of officers, directors, and LLC managers to update to what is currently in place.
Mhm.
I open the public hearing. There is no one online. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to this matter? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing. I'm going to move to approve the petition of Enniscorn Yacht Club, 17 River Road, requesting a change of officers, directors, LLC managers.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Carissa, any questions for us?
I don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck this summer.
Thank you. Bye.
Go on.
Okay. 1-day liquor license. Special 1-day license. Petition of James T. Brown and the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce requesting to serve wine and malt beverages only on the 2nd annual Blackburn Brew Fest Malt and Wine Tasting Event on September 21st from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at 24 Howe Ave. Hi,
How are you?
you both here
James
for
Brown
this?
here. Yep.
I'm
My
sorry, what
moral
was your name?
support, James Brown.
James Brown?
Chris is here for moral support. Before we get started, page 6 has my address incorrect. 43 Pond is correct, but it should be Essex, Mass. 01929.
Okay. Okay, tell us, this is an annual event. We've done this several times.
We have, yeah,
Anything different from the past?
Almost identical.
Um,
And one thing this year is that we have a rain date.
Just gonna ask.
Nice.
So that's the biggest thing is the rain date is the Sunday.
The Sunday after,
And I think we're including that in the proposal now rather than
Yeah.
bothering you later.
so the 22nd is the rain date.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the application, the rain date. That's why I was gonna ask you the question because of last year, so.
Yeah, did you lose out last year because of it?
We did, yeah.
did.
Who is coming for beer and wine? Dessert.
Yeah, we have a really good question. So we keep all the alcohol in the hands of the distributors while they're here, so they control that substance and we control who's coming in. We do have the list of folks that are from last year. We're obviously working right now and trying to get confirmations, but folks like Minor Squirrel, I don't know if you've seen Rockport Music has really expanded the way they look. They're growing and we're glad to have them as a feature. Ipswich, Night Shift, Notch folks all across the North Shore. What's really nice is these folks are busy and staffing is tight, but they are all really excited to come back for this event on Sage Fort Park here in Gloucester.
How many people are you expecting?
Yeah, I think we're expecting around 1,500. I think that's what we have.
Please
No more
details.
than 2,000.
Yeah.
No more than 2,000.
Do you have police details in place?
Yep, that's been an ongoing request. We're gonna really try and make sure that those folks are on site this year.
Okay, and how many trucks to serve Young Line?
35 plus.
35 trucks?
No, there won't be that many trucks. It'll mostly be, we have the event company set a table perimeter so
Yeah.
that all the alcohol is inside the tables. And there's only gonna be about 3 breweries that will bring their actual truck. Everyone else will have the materials behind the table. That said, there will be food trucks and there should be
Okay.
about 7. We ran out the first year, so there's a couple more this time. And a couple more restrooms. We had lines that were a beautiful view, but that's not where you want to spend your time. So we've more than tripled the for this year.
I think 14,
Yeah.
and then 2 wheelchair accessible
For the restrooms?
for the rest.
Okay. And you've been working with the police department. Do you know how many officers you plan to have in place?
That's a great question. I think that the
Question
request.
though.
Yeah, that's right. We've asked for 2, and
Two, okay.
we have that money budgeted for that.
And it's from 1 to what, 5? So 4.5 hours. What are you using for barrier to enclose in the drinking area?
Yep, we are very generously, Building Center donates the orange.
Orange fence?
Yep,
Okay.
and then another contractor puts that up for us in the morning for free, which is pretty.
And how are you checking IDs? How is that working?
Yep, we employ the bouncer staff from Minglewood.
Okay.
Those guys come over. They're very, very tall and big and they're very imposing. Even as a big guy myself, I look up to them. But they're there.
So you have a checkout tent, that's where people are gonna be coming in and out.
Yeah, great question. We actually set up almost like tables, almost like a kind of a cattle call. So there are, the first step is IDs with the guys from Minglewood. And then we, of course, check tickets and wristbands and make sure that it's very clear if you are a designated driver or if you are someone who's here to imbibe while you're on site.
So no access to the alcohol without a wristband.
That's right.
So they've gone through a checkpoint, verified, and then access to the alcohol.
Exactly.
What about trash? What's your plan for trash?
Yeah,
I love that area and don't want to.
No kidding. Yeah, DPW, we part of our request is like 12 barrels, that includes recycling.
Okay.
All of the cups that we use are single use just for sanitation purposes, but they're all compostable. So
Okay.
we try and keep those separate. We work with Black Earth Compost to collect those cups with us, which is nice.
Before the seagulls come and take them away?
That's right. And DPW was literally there at 4:55 last time, so they're
Okay.
collecting the
Right on
trash.
track. Questions?
No, I mean, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
So it seems so well organized. Hopefully, I like the rain day.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. No kidding. How embarrassing for a Blackbird Brew Fest. Howard Blackbird, the namesake.
I move that we approve the petition of James T. Brown and the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce requesting to serve wine and malt beverages only during the second annual Blackburn Brew Fest Malt and Wine Tasting Event on 9/21/24 with a rain date of 9/22/24 from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at 24 Howe Ave.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The vote carries.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
So
you
you'll
very
get
much.
the license, just have it somewhere on premise in case somebody wants to come up and check to make sure your license near the brewery stations or something.
Perfect.
To show that it's legal, and you have that authority to serve. Any questions for us?
I don't think so. Good.
No? Excellent, thank you for
so
waiting.
much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night, good luck, can't wait to the event.
Yeah, hope you see you.
Next order of business is petition of Maritime Gloucester requesting to serve all alcohol beverages during the Oktoberfest on 10/5/24 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 23 Haverwood. I know. Do we know we're there?
I don't.
Well, everything they are asking for is not in the month of June, except for,
It sounds October.
so, well, they have one in July,
Mary's, yeah. August.
August. Okay, so they will have to come back. Next order of business is petition of Hammond's Castle requesting to serve wine and malt beverages during the fire by the Pops Orchestra concert on July 5th from 6:30 PM to 9:30 PM at 80 Passport House. Hello.
Hi, I have a question
Just-
before we start.
Can you just state your name and address?
Oh,
for the
my name
record?
is Grace Mercy, and my home address is 52 Middle Street in Gloucester. The address for the museum is 80 Hesperus.
Thank you very much.
I noticed that others have done this. It's my first time in front of the board, so if we have several events over the course of the year, we know exactly when they are and what we're gonna serve, can we come once?
Absolutely. You just can't come
That's
more
what
than
we're
30
doing.
times. You
Oh,
can only have 30 licenses per year.
okay,
But
so
you can do
next
as
time
many
I'm
as you want.
coming for everything.
Yeah.
This is, I had to come in, and Allison was a big help. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
We serve alcohol for weddings and so forth, but we usually go through a caterer, so we are proposing having our own bar for the Pops concert.
Okay.
And I did submit I did a hand drawing and we have all of our insurances in there. It'll be outside on the lawn.
No rain date, I see.
No rain date.
Would it move inside if it was raining?
Yes, we're gonna move inside, it's raining, and then the alcohol would be up in the courtyard. And we're just beer and wine.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Inside beer and wine. Okay, how many people are you expecting?
We have a capacity of 120, maximum, that's 5 by 5 posts, so that one's most.
And how many people do you have managing the event? Watching eyes, make sure alcohol doesn't walk off site.
There's at least 3 managers, and then we also have security.
Okay. When you say security, what is security?
Security is a security company that we have that stands at the top, make sure that, everybody's safe, parking.
Yeah.
And so forth. Closes up the bar.
Any? Are your neighbors aware that this is happening?
Of the concert, yes.
Yes, okay. You have open communication with your neighbors, correct?
I'm relatively new, but as far as I know, we have a good relationship. We have now decided that we will close our weddings down at 10 because the neighbors didn't like it after music after 11. So the ones that are already booked, we're staying up until 11, but not, we stop at 10.
Okay. I think there was concern at one event too, nothing filed with us, but walking on to neighbors' property.
Yeah,
And-
this is what happened last
Yeah,
year.
if we could just keep an eye on, that's why I'm asking how many eyes are on the event.
Yeah,
to make
walking
sure-
onto other property, we're having the event, it's contained, and you can't walk onto another person's property unless you're up in the parking lot and leaving already.
Okay.
That's my understanding, as they left the property, they are entering into the neighborhood yards.
So I didn't see a plan, so the area
I
is,
drew
huh?
I drew a plan. I did.
I printed that it came separate from the packet, but I didn't see the plan wasn't in it.
Everybody
Um,
as well. Pretty basic.
This is it. No, that's close
It
enough.
looks like this.
I didn't see it.
It's
Okay.
not very fancy, but so, this is the castle.
Yep.
This is the ocean.
No, I'm gonna come over and just look at
So there's
it.
not really any place for people to go.
I'm just gonna show John if that's
Okay.
Cool.
So
I'll bring it over here and then.
I can explain it to you. So we're hoping for lawn seating, so it's more of a family event. That's why you see the triangles. We'll have 60 preferred seating. We might change that if the clientele that we're going after needs, a seat. Then we'll change that, but we're hoping that people will have picnics and so forth and so we'll have one table or, bar table, and then we'll have one for snacks. And we're hoping to do a ticket system, so they'll have to buy their ticket for either beer or wine. So only one point of sale. So check IDs, I'll check IDs. I am tip certified. I'm hoping I'm a tip certified bartender, so I don't have to do it, but, yeah, so it's pretty simple. They've done this concert in the past. It's been very successful. They're doing actually 4 other performances this year, so I might be back for those. We'll do one in September and then they do a holiday pops concerts. So it's a 60-piece orchestra. They're making Hammond Castle their home. This one is from July. They do all of the fun July pop songs.
Have you sold tickets already?
They're online. Yeah,
You're online.
they're online so far. I think they just went live yesterday. I think there's only like tickets sold so far.
Okay.
So folks will come in the entrance,
They come in.
check ID, or will they be already pre-ticketed? So
I didn't want to be pre-ticketed, so they're coming through either through the museum or around the call it the catwalk where his hats were, but we don't have, this side is blocked off. So there's only 2 points of entrance, but the only way they can buy alcohol is if they purchase a ticket. Because there will be families and so forth there, but we don't allow anywhere food and beverage on the property. Typically, so we're gonna be selling snacks, just prepackaged snacks, just because we're gonna be having alcohol.
So drinking outdoor on the lawn and the exits will be observed, so no one can leave with drinks.
Yes. They can bring the drinks inside.
Yes. So you want to be licensed indoors and outdoors. for
In case it
alcohol.
rains, yeah. And the alcohol is stored in a secure area on premise. We
The
do,
lower level,
excuse me,
the lower level.
the lower level in the, called the dungeon, where the staff is. We have a full kitchen. We have, so a lot of times the caterers will bring in the alcohol and they leave it. We don't allow alcohol to leave that night. Company has to come back and get it within the next couple of days. So I'm asking that because it's a holiday weekend, I'm not sure if Cappy's will come pick it up until Monday, probably. But we have a secured, locked area that we just.
And as you read on the application, we need to see the copy of the sale receipt sale.
Yeah.
Brought to the office by
So
the
that's
following
what we
week.
sell or what I purchase from that.
It's what you sell.
So the number of tickets, that shouldn't.
Wait.
So say they drop off 100 bottles of wine.
And then you return, if some gets
Return 50.
returned, and then there's a receipt to show what you used.
Okay, yeah,
That's the
that's
receipt we
the
need.
receipt. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't suspect it's gonna be a lot because it's.
That's okay.
It's really only a 3
That's
hour.
okay, we just needed to confirm that the
Okay.
alcohol sale happened from the right place that you purchased.
So do you recommend, so when you, moving forward, do I pay $100 for each one, or do I just give you a $500 check for 5? Or do you recommend us getting a seasonal
You can-
license?
You can do, well, it's gonna go online soon, but
Okay,
eventually.
But if you're
I don't
interested
know
in
what
what
soon
they're
means, but
is it difficult to get a seasonal, beer and wine license?
So doing it for events only, that's not, usually a seasonal license, it's ongoing, it's daily, the public has access at all times. It gets into a bigger scope.
Mhm.
I don't know that would fit your
I
situation,
don't
but
think
if
so
you tell
either.
me you're beyond asking for 30 individual licenses, then
Yeah,
maybe you wanna
I'm not
consider it.
asking. No, we have 100 weddings, let them do that.
Right.
And you do the 12 C caterers for those, right?
Yeah, I don't do the weddings, yes, but I do the special.
And inform
events.
the police when they happen?
Excuse me?
So inform the police when the 12 C caterer is used, they're supposed to inform the local police department 2 days prior to the event to let them know that there's.
They probably have a whole list of the weddings on
I
file. We do
just-
have security. And they do that. They do their own thing for weddings. We have a managing director for weddings.
You are buying from a distributor, so that's good. I move that we approve the petition of Hammond's Castle requesting to serve wine and malt beverages during the Fire by the Pups orchestra concert on July 5th, 2024, from 6:30 PM to 9:30 PM at Hesper's Ave. Outdoor on the lawn, however, indoors, for rain or if people go inside.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have you guys been over here in Castle anytime?
No, not
We have-
here.
Tuesdays are free for Gloucester people.
Oh, interesting.
Out there, so
So I
you
can
do
run
have them
Tuesday?
over. But you have to come and see it. It's way different than when we were kids.
Really?
Yeah, it's way different. No more Halloween-ish.
Oh, I like that.
It's
Halloween
very,
thing.
I know everybody did, but it's
Time to move on.
completely different scale now.
Yeah.
So busy,
Thank
I get
you.
my license.
So you will get
It's
your
work.
license, Allison will reach out to you for the license.
what is it?
July fifth.
July 5th.
July 5th, so I can stick it in the mail, you have plenty of time. If
Okay.
you really wanna.
So I can
pick
move
it
ahead
up,
and
just
do
let me
whatever I
know.
need to do.
Well, the mail, yeah, if you did it now, soon,
Oh, yeah, I do.
yeah, because it's just 2 weeks away. I'm not trying
God, it's
to,
only
I'm not trying to
I
rush you.
gotcha. No.
It's just, it's coming sooner than I expected.
Yeah, me too. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, extension of premise, Lloyd waits, and thank you for waiting. gentlemen.
That's
I assume that's you. Lloyd waits, JD and my best friends, 24 Lexington Ave, is requesting to extend its alcohol service area for music and craft events on the following dates. June 14th, 7/13, 7/21, 8/10, 8/17, and 10/13. Okay,
They're taking the June 14th off.
Yes.
well, okay.
Yeah, so there was some confusion that was happening with whether or not a special events permit was required because of it being entirely on the property. This isn't a block party, except for Oktoberfest, which is not being run by us, it's being run by the library. These are more just events for customers to be able to play cornhole in the parking lot. Small, we're gonna treat it the same way that we treated the block parties, the schematic is exactly the same. We'll have the same number of staff on that we did during the larger block parties, despite it being a smaller scale. But it's entirely on our property, no road closures, no anything like that,
So this is not a block party?
No.
No.
except
This
for
is you-
Manitoberfest, which is being submitted by the library and we're just piggybacking on top of that.
When is the October?
That's in October,
13th?
yes.
So that one is, okay. So the 7/13, 7/21, 8/10, and 8/17, so you have two each month. You're looking to do events outdoors on your private property, specifically the parking lot.
Yes.
And are you setting tables up like you did during
Yep, we'll set up tables. We've been talking to some,
Orange Fence?
yes, same orange fence. We've been talking to some food trucks that will be in the area as well. And but not on all the dates, but on some of the dates that we'll be getting a band.
We're gonna have a band outdoors?
We would like to have a band outdoors.
Does your entertainment license have that?
I think it has us allowed to be able to do it on the patio, so this would be different because it would be outdoors on in the parking lot. But I'm not completely sure about
I don't think you have entertainment outdoors. So that's a different situation. Is that something you can look up from here and now? I know you don't know. Okay.
It's the same layout, it's the October
Yeah,
fest.
and then October 13th is the October Fest.
Right.
You've got no issues controlling,
No, it's,
nobody's walking out.
yeah.
So-
Same kind of.
Well, we have to keep an eye.
Yeah, we have to keep an eye out, but that's why I literally stand at the entrance to do that exactly.
So alcohol is being served from indoors and then they
They
you
walk
have
outside.
servers that bring it outdoors or people can walk there?
People can
Everyone
walk
drinks
outdoors.
Okay,
Yes.
so no bar outdoors, it's
No bar
just sitting, being able to drink out in the parking lot. That is gonna be completely marked off and regulated. So that people don't leave that area.
They
No
are
rain
indoor
dates.
only.
Indoor only?
So you have to come back. Rain dates, it rains on one of the Sundays, Saturdays, Sunday,
Yeah,
it just won't happen.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Can we petition for entertainment now, or do we need to come back?
I think
That's what
I think you need to come back, that's what I was thinking about, I think you have, because it's not on the agenda, so we're not giving notice to the public. And in case somebody wants to participate in that conversation, we have to give them that notice. So our next meeting is July 12th.
Can
No.
we still have the extension of premise if the
Yeah, we
permit
can
is
do the extension
indoor?
of private premise tonight, we just can't do outdoor entertainment tonight.
Okay.
We have,
So July 9th.
Hold on. July 9th is the second Tuesday?
Yep.
So you would have to come back on the second Tuesday,
July
just
9th.
before July 9th, get on that agenda. And we can discuss any entertainment outdoors.
Okay,
So for the 6/14, or but after that.
So they withdrew the 6/14.
Well, I did want to ask, I expect that it probably won't work, but is there any way that we could have an extension of premises for 6/14 despite not having a special event permit? Or, well, I should rephrase, I've applied for the special event permit, I paid for the special event permit, it's gone through the committee, but we have not had the chance to have the special event meeting yet.
And today is the 11th.
Yes,
When do you expect that meeting to?
next month. I think they told me July.
So you
2nd.
you can't approve something that they're not.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah, no, they go first.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wanted to ask because there was no additional space.
That we would go through them first.
Okay.
So are all these dates going before them?
No,
Just the July
All-
14th? Why is
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
June 14th one going before them and the others aren't? Special
When-
events.
so I had put the application in for special events probably about a week and a half ago.
Okay,
And then there was confusion on whether or not it was needed because it was on the property.
right, so that's what I'm trying to figure out here, so. You're going before them, why, the June 14th?
Not for June 14th. I can't go before them for June 14th. So that was withdrawn from the application for special events.
Oh, but not withdrawn from your application here.
We'd already posted it.
Right.
So
It
it's
was-
scheduled for June, we have it on the agenda for June 14th. So you're
And
looking
I-
to extend your premises on June 14th, 7/13, 7/21, 8/10, 8/17, and 10/13.
And so because I needed to go before the special committees for June 14th, I asked to withdraw June 14th.
So why are you going before the special committees on June 14th?
For
Okay.
June 14th, just curious.
I'm not going before special committees for June
You
14th.
said you were.
No, he said he withdrew.
In my opinion, the only issue that has to go before special committees is the 10/13 Oktoberfest, because they're shutting down a road.
That was the confusion is whether or not. you
Right,
could go
that's the
in
only
front
one
of
that
them.
the special events has to
Yeah.
approve.
Okay.
The special events wants to do all of them, because they're having food trucks. And food trucks would have to go on block city park spots and.
Are the trucks
Wait,
on,
no, they wouldn't have to go on.
They're going on
city,
your
they would go
property,
on my
correct?
property.
Regardless, I spoke to Grace in the clerk's office and she said they'd have to go to special events.
For the other ones, the 13th, the 21st, 10th, 7th.
Right.
And you submitted an application for all of the other ones except for the 6/14.
I had originally submitted for the 6/14. They notified me that they would not have a meeting before 6/14, and so I would have to withdraw it. So I
Gotcha.
so the purpose of going before special events is because of the trucks?
I guess so, yeah.
No, obviously
thought-
not, if they're not having it. Or did you not, maybe you did tell them.
But what I'm saying is this licensing board has the authority to give them permission to extend their premises on June
Mhm.
14th. Without going to the license. To extend premises, you don't go to the license commission. So I'm trying to figure
Well,
out,
you wouldn't extend the, like, for the block party.
no, I'm just
you
talking
wouldn't-
about June 14th.
Right.
So here tonight, they're on the agenda to extend their premises to serve alcohol on June 14th. I don't know about the trucks, that's a separate issue. But the question before us is, are we gonna grant them permission to extend the service of alcohol to their private parking lot on June 14th? So that wouldn't be an issue to go before special events. Trucks, I
All I
understand.
can tell you is what they said is that this request needs to go to special events. That's all I can tell you.
So I can't speak on behalf of the trucks. But as far as this board's authority, we can discuss the alcohol service. I mean, you can have a cornhole party without trucks
Right.
On the 14th.
on the 14th,
Okay.
right? If it's the trucks that are the issue, it's extending the premises to remain on private property and not blocking any roads. It's not interfering with the street in Magnolia, is my understanding.
That's correct. It will entirely be on.
Like other establishments have done, specifically like the Rum Line.
Yep.
I don't know of any reason to go to special events, so I would say that we can address the June 14th tonight.
Okay.
Whether or not you can have food trucks is beyond our capacity to approve.
Okay.
We're just talking about the service of alcohol and making sure the service of alcohol is done in a safe and legal way on your private property.
Okay.
So do you want to go forward with the June 14th, 7/13, 7/21, 8/10, 8/17, and 10/13?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna note that the 10/13 is Magtoberfest, that would be subject to special events and how they manage that
That's
part.
right, but we have
of
not
that
ordered that
event.
special event.
But with regard to the service of alcohol on your private property, that is something that we are authorized to allow. Not saying that city can't come talk to you about it, but as far as our approval, we can approve the service of alcohol only. So you have a fence, the patioed area, how many people will there be outside? Not as far as patrons, but say you have 50 people outside,
Mhm.
what type of supervision is gonna be outside?
So there's going to be myself and one other person that will be watching all possible exits.
And when you say all possible exits, how many are there?
So
Two?
yeah. Here. There's one that goes into the building, there's one that's towards the front door, and then there's one that goes towards the street. And then you can see both entrances at one point in the street. And then the backside is blocked off by fence.
Isn't there a door going to the arcade?
So
That's on the front.
Yeah, that
So
outdoor little
it's-
patio
Yes.
spot, that's where people can go in and out.
This, isn't there park benches there?
There are park benches there, yeah.
So that's your property or
That's my
street property, school, city property?
So it's a split sidewalk. The front of it is our property, and then after it is street property, or is city property. The fenced in area does not include city.
And what are you
property.
doing for petition in between on that sidewalk? Is that
I
orange
did-
fence?
Yeah, so the orange fence separates where our property is and where the
Okay.
city.
So people
sidewalk is.
can't walk out onto that patio in that front area and then walk onto the sidewalk?
Well, so there's a patio. Oh,
I'm looking at the three dots in the front.
right, so the 3 dots in the front are the park benches.
Yep,
And then it's kind of blocked by the tree, but this is the public sidewalk there.
okay,
And so people can go from the front door there onto where those tables are and where those park benches are without going onto the street. And that's fenced off there with the orange fence.
so that line is an orange fence?
That's right.
Okay,
And this is an orange fence,
Yes,
and this is permanent fencing in blue,
in the back, yes, that's permanent fencing in the blue.
already fenced in.
Yes.
so you have an exit in the back and you have two exits in the front?
Well,
On each
the
side of that?
back exit is a dumpster. I can put an additional orange fence there. if-
I would think, yeah, I would think you'd wanna limit to two, if not three exits,
Right.
so that,
That doesn't actually have access to the restaurant. It's just a throughway for driving, but
but it's a way that people can get out with a drink. And it's harder to watch and observe if you only have two people outside.
there's dirt around there. There's no problem with putting an additional
Okay.
fence there.
Over here, right? In this back area.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
right there. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so this is in regards to the alcohol service only. Any other plans that you have may need additional approval?
Okay.
But I don't see any prior approval for what you're requesting tonight before us to go to another event, with the exception of the Magtoberfest. That's a bigger conversation.
Okay.
Regarding, the licensing commission because of the shutdown of the streets and the block parties that are going on that day. I'm actually gonna do two different motions. So I'm gonna move that we approve an extension of premise to Lloyd Waits of J.D. and Myers Best Friends 24 Lexington Ave to extend alcohol service area for music and crafts events on the following dates: June 14th, 7/13, 7/21, 8/10, and 8/17, all of 2024, to have the service of alcohol be allowed in the private parking lot area and the private area immediately abutting the front of the restaurant.
Second,
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. I'm gonna move that we approve a extension of premise for the October 13th, 2024 Magtoberfest, subject to any conditions of the licensing commission, to Lloyd Waits of J.D. Myers Best Friends, 24 Lexington Ave, extending the service of alcohol to include the private parking lot and the private property immediately out front of the location.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any questions for us?
Yeah, so for doing bands outside, obviously that's not gonna happen for June 14th, but we'll have to put in for a separate application for outside entertainment license. How would that process
So
work?
what you do is you're modifying your entertainment license, so do we just have them fill one out to modify it or just write a
No, 'cause
letter?
you don't, it's all computerized, so then you have to go into your license and ask for it to be changed.
Okay.
And put in there what you want changed.
Okay.
And then what, or modified, and then we will respond.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
There's no paperwork.
There's no, you do it online.
Yeah, but we'll have to come to another meeting.
You'll have to come to the July meeting.
Okay.
Because we have to post it and give notice to the world that, that's what you're gonna do.
Will that be like a public hearing?
No, it will be a hearing in public, but not technically a public hearing.
Okay,
So we don't have to advertise in the newspaper.
okay, great.
But the public has the right to come and address us and listen, and we usually listen to their concerns, even though it's not a public hearing.
Yes, I noticed, yeah.
Trying to keep everybody happy. Okay, gentlemen, any other questions?
No, you
Alright,
guys
so-
are always great. Thank
Thank
you.
you very
you.
much.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you as well.
Approval of minutes, I move that we approve. In the packet. You are right. I think I read it twice.
Thank you.
From before, but these have been on the agenda for a while. 12/12/2023, 12/27/2023, 1/9/2024, 1/16/2024, 3/12/2024, 3/26/2024, and April 9th, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Discussions by the board. Update regarding an active liquor license, Tavern on the Harbor, 30 Western Avenue, was asked to join us tonight and they are on vacation. So we are requesting that they come to the next meeting in July. Discussion regarding annual all alcohol license availability. John, I can't remember if you were at the meeting we had 2 months ago. We announced that there is an alcohol license available. Tonight, I was hoping to get to a conversation about process going forward regarding that. But Ted Costa is not here, and I think he should be here to contribute to that conversation. So.
I know that Allison sent out our notes from last year,
Yeah, coincidentally, same time last year.
so.
We will have to come up with a strategy on who is applicable to apply and how we want to do that process. But what I'd like to discuss tonight and maybe take some action on is because technically there is a license available, that we make the decision tonight, a suggestion that we do not approve any new applications for all alcohol licenses. As this one available license is gonna go through a process that we will present to the public at our next meeting.
Yep, no, I think that makes sense.
Okay, so I move that this board does not issue any new annual all alcohol licenses that are currently available.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
That vote carries. So at our next meeting, we will discuss a process and hopefully be able to present a timeline on how that license will be distributed. Any questions?
No.
Next order of business is 2024 seasonal population increase estimation. I believe we did this a couple meetings ago.
Yes, I sent everybody paperwork
Yep.
from Ted that he thought our number was wrong, I wanted to discuss it, but he's not here tonight.
Okay, we did notify the ABCC properly for February, right? Okay. But if we can discuss population, I did see the document that was distributed. Which was interesting to see. Good work done by the city of Gloucester. But but we will discuss if Ted requests at a later date. Is there any other new business to come before the board?
No.
Seeing none, is there a motion, I'll move to adjourn this meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Allison, for keeping us organized. And we will be back in July. Thank you. Have a good night.